welcome to the very first BTC Studios in Chicago. I'm Quinn Diebel, I'm your content director.
And I'm Haley, our social coordinator.
And we're here with the amazing and local Annette Upto artist.
Hi guys, I'm so excited to be here. We're going to be doing some amazing looks on my model today. We're going to be doing day holiday upstyle as well as turning that day upstyle into an evening chic look.
And you guys, we're doing a giveaway per usual, so like and comment on this video for your chance to be entered to win $50 to our BTC bookstore.
Cool, thanks.
Let's get started.
Woo! Okay, so what I have in my hand right now is the curl bar, which is so awesome because this design helps alleviate strain on your shoulder and your wrist. So it's super easy to use, super cool. And the way I like to curl is just like this. I'm going to flat wrap the curl onto the iron and let it hold for a little bit. And a cool technology that this curl bar actually has, oh, here I go. I love to actually cup the curl in my hand so that it sets just a little bit and it gives it that beautiful bounce. So the cool thing about this curling iron is that it has a dial button that you can adjust the heat to. So this is set at 450 because my model has gorgeous, coarse, beautiful hair. And it also has a cool feature where it actually, once you press the button, just like so, there's a timer. And when the timer goes off, it actually vibrates the curling iron. So you'll know when your curl is done. And what that does is it helps each curl to look the same throughout the whole head. So it's really an amazing feature. Here we go again. We're gonna cup the curl in the hand and just set it. Okay, and again, I'm taking the hair from root to end and flat wrapping it right on to the iron and letting it loose. And we're just gonna kind of go around the head and curl the sections to prep the hair for the upstyle. Okay, we're gonna let it loose again. Hold it in the palm just to set that curl for a little bit longer. And I just like to loosen the curls just by brushing out with my hand just a little bit. We want that soft, flowy curl, okay? And I'm just kind of curling away from the hair, flat wrapping it onto the curling iron from root to end, cupping it, and letting it go. So make sure you comment because we're doing a really awesome giveaway. So comment, ask me any questions.
So Jennifer wants to know if you find it easier to use the curl bar instead of an iron.
I do. I love this curling iron. It's just super easy and I just feel like it goes so quickly. And this is actually the 1-inch curling iron and I find myself using this barrel a lot because the curls are just beautiful.
Don't forget, you guys, if you have any questions, let us know and I will ask Annette.
Okay, we're flat wrapping, holding the curl. Again, we're going around the hair, just flat wrapping from root to end, and then holding it in the palm of our hand, set it, and just let it go.
Molly would like to know if you can set the timer for different times on the curl bar.
Yeah, it's super easy. What you can do is you just hold it down, just like so, and you can go down or you can go up. And I believe that it goes up to 30 seconds. And for her, I have it actually, I have it set to 8 seconds. And then you just hold it, wait until it stops, and I'll show you. Once you curl it, you tap on the button and it's going to vibrate. It shows how many seconds are left. And here we go. The cool feature about the vibrate is that when you're in a salon and it's really loud, you can't really hear a beeping button. So this is a nice technology where it vibrates the iron and you know that the curl is ready to go. We're almost done with the curls. So today we're gonna do, our first look is going to be a half up style with some braid accents. And this look is gonna be gorgeous for the holiday season. And then we're gonna take that look and simply put that in an up style for an evening look, because for the holidays, there's a lot of times where we have 2 parties in a day, and it's kind of cool for an up style to be versatile where you can put it up quickly.
Nancy wants to know, how long do you normally leave the curl? I know that you're doing 8 seconds now, but does it depend on the temperature?
It does depend on the temperature, and it depends on the coarseness of the hair. She has beautiful, coarse, thick hair. So I can leave, I want the temperature to be a little bit higher, and the seconds for the 8 seconds is, that's a really good time so that it curls nicely. Okay, so now we're just gonna smooth out the curls a little bit. And we're gonna work on, we're gonna do 2 braids in the side here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a zigzag pattern right at the side. And by doing so, you won't get that really intense, sharp line after your braids are done. So over here, I'd like to add some pieces around the face, and it'll give it that romantic, beautiful look.
Maya would like to know what comb you're using.
This is called a Never Let Go comb. It's made by Pink Pewter, and it's actually one of my favorite combs because you never have to let it go, so it's a time saver. Okay, so this, we're gonna do 2 different braids. Right now on trend is to do a combination of different braids. And what I'm gonna do for my first braid is I'm going to do a fishtail. So by doing a fishtail, you just take a little section from the right, bring it to the center, a little section from the left, and bringing it to the center. And again, repeating those steps.
We have a comment of, what did you prep the hair with?
I prepped the hair with, if you want to take a look over here on the table, I just kind of spritzed the hair with this Matrix Biolaz Styling Thermal Active Setting Spray, just to, especially for these holiday months, the hair is a little bit more dry, so we definitely want to keep the hair nice and healthy. And that's really it. That's all I did. My model has amazing hair, so the curls set really nicely. So again, this is a fishtail, and I'm just going down, as you can see, this fishtail nicely forming. Taking one side from the left, one side from the right.
And while Annette is braiding, you guys don't forget to comment your questions and like this post. Every comment is an enter to win our giveaway, which is $50 to the BTC shop at behindthechair.com/shop, which is where you can purchase a curl bar.
And make sure when you're braiding, you start to braid, kind of move your body to where you want the braid to end. And by doing that, you're just making sure that there's no, it's seamless once you stick the braid into the up style. Again, the fishtail is really easy. All you have to do is just take a little section from the left, bring it into the center, then from the right, and you just keep going back and forth that way. And then you see this beautiful braid, which we're going to be using as an accent for my model's up style. Never ending here. Beautiful.
Her color is so pretty for this.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Okay, so once I'm done here, Normally, a lot of my work, I pull out the braids. However, I've been seeing a lot of braids just kind of left this way where they don't pull it out, and I think it's kind of cool. You just kind of add it as a little accent piece. So what I'm gonna do at the end here is back comb the braid instead of putting an elastic on it. And the way that you back comb in order to really secure it is just to back comb on all angles. And you just take your finger and just feel, it gets a little hard, and you'll know when it's secure. Yep, perfect. And look how pretty, it's just seamless. That's one braid. And then we're gonna go and just add another braid into the mix.
Somebody wants to know if you have any recommendations on how you take such great photos of your updos.
Well, I definitely have a ring light. That's like my number 1 go-to. I feel like that changed the game of photos for me. And just I just use my iPhone 6 Plus. That's my trick. And just play around with different angles. Don't just shoot with one angle. If you need to stand up on a chair, you stand up on a chair. Just don't be afraid.
Everyone loves your comb and your back combing technique.
Oh, thank you. So again, this is this 3-strand braid. And we're just gonna do, this is just a simple 3-strand braid we are adding as our second accent piece into this Upstyle. Who loves braids? Do you love braids as much as I do? Because I love braids. I just think they're so cool and just spice things up a little bit. See how nice this looks where it's like the 2 different braids? It just creates this different dimension and it looks amazing. And again, I'm just move a little bit. I'm just kind of moving my body towards where I want my braid.
Somebody wants to know how you prepped the hair with the curls again.
Okay, so what I did was I just misted each section and with this thermal setting spray by Biolage. And what this does is it just protects the hair from the curling iron, as well as sets in the curl a little bit. And then I use the curl bar along with the setting spray, and I curled 1-inch subsections of her hair with the curl bar, which I can demonstrate again for you if you'd like.
And here's this back combing technique again, guys.
So I don't know, I'm not really into elastics if I don't need to use them. Number 1, you know, you can see them in the hair sometimes, and this is just seamless, and you just back comb on each angle. You feel with your finger if it gets really nice and hard in there. And this is actually really easy to take out too.
And here's the first one that she did, you guys. It's beautiful.
Oops, sorry. Okay, so now we're going to our next step. So my next step, you guys, is this is my base, okay? So my base is where I'm gonna be back combing a little bit, and what I'm gonna be doing is you take like a horseshoe type section on each side here, and I like to, like I did before, I zigzagged, patterned the hair so that you don't see that super fine or super harsh line. And I always like go around my model's hair just to make sure that each angle of what I'm doing looks good. So here I go, I'm gonna start back combing. And the way I like to back comb is I like to hold my comb like this and back comb each section. By holding my comb like this, the tension is even and the back comb is nice and hard, and it's distributed evenly. Whereas sometimes if you hold it like this, it's a little different, but by holding it like this, it's nice and strong. Now, a lot of people ask me, where do you start your Upstyles? Let's say you're doing an updo. And 90% of my Upstyles, I start in the front. And this is usually my first step, is creating that base. Why? Because I'm a visual person, and I like to visualize and see how the Upstyle is gonna look by doing the front first. And just kind of go around and back comb the section. Take the section with the tail end of the comb and back comb. Just kind of go up front, see if everything's even visually. And if something needs to be back combed more, then you just go in and do that. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm smoothing out the back comb. Piece there. And what I can do here is I'll just take some of this Biolage Complete Control hairspray, and you just smooth out that back comb just a little bit so that you don't see the knottiness at all. You take your tail comb and you just push it up. Don't forget to comment, you guys. That enters you into our giveaway, which is pretty cool. It's $50 gift card towards the Behind BTC shop, Behind the Chair shop. Okay, so now once I back combed, I am just smoothing out and then just kind of lifting with my tail end of the comb. Okay, kind of go around, make sure that it's nice and visually balanced and even. That's really important. You twist it a little bit and you take the bobby pin. And for this, I'm actually going to crisscross the bobby pins over here because I know that I'll be using the braid accents to hide the bobby pins. Especially with coarse hair like this, the thicker the hair, you want those bobby pins to hold. So if you can see here, I crisscross them and it's holding it nice and tight. Just to make sure that it's nice and secure, I'm gonna add another bobby pin into the mix. I'm gonna go around, you just kind of pinch and pull this section.
People are saying already looking fabulous.
Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so I'm going to be using the curl bar just to perfect the curls a little bit and just to show you again, for those of you just tuning in right now, what I did and how I curled her hair. So the curl bar is awesome because it alleviates strain from your shoulders and your wrist, and you just flat wrap the curl from root to end, cup it in your hand, and let it go. Again, flat wrapping it, root to end, and letting it go. Is anyone familiar with the curl bar? For those of you that are tuned in, do you use it? Do you love it? Because I love it.
Elena is in love with it.
Yeah, it's so easy, especially when you're styling hair all day like me. I mean, the fact that, you know, it's one less strain that you have to worry about on your shoulders and on your wrist, it's amazing.
And you guys, today at behindthechair.com/shop, when you purchase a curl bar, you get a free blow dryer.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, I'm
People
going
want
to
know what, how many What size curl bar are you using?
Oh, this is the 1 inch.
The 1 inch.
It's actually one of my favorites. And the curls are amazing.
The 1 inch.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave a little bit of pieces in the front. We want that really gorgeous, whimsical,
Hi, Natalie.
romance.
Hi.
Romance. Okay, so I'm gonna take this section here, as you see, and I'm gonna take it and smooth it out a little bit. Add some hairspray, smooth it out with my Never Let Go comb. Then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna twist it. And I really want it to be really nice and effortless. So what I'm doing is after I twist it, I just take it and I pinch and pull it out, just like so. Then I take a bobby pin and I slide it right into the twist. Do not open it up, just slide it right in.
Why do you slide it in instead of opening it?
Because I don't want at this point to be able to see the bobby pin, and I don't want to, I just want it to be seamless. Whereas if you open it, you might mess things up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna spray it a little bit here. And then I'm going to take this side and these cool braid accents that we have going on here, we're going to incorporate them into the style. So if you can see here, this happens sometimes where you see like those little lines here. You just have to manipulate the hair a little bit just to hide those, just like so. Okay?
Someone said beautiful diamond ring.
Oh, thank you, my husband did good. Okay, so then we're just gonna kind of visually, you know, figure out where we'd like the braid to go. So this is my first braid, this is the fishtail braid. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take the bobby pin and again, go into the braid. A little bit. There we go. Okay, just like so. Do you see how beautiful that accent is? Just the nice fishtail braid swooped over. And then we're gonna take the next braid, which is a 3-strand. Yeah. We're just gonna distress it just a little bit. I don't wanna open it up too much. I'm just kind of pinching and pulling from the top here and move your head. And I'm going to take my bobby pin and just slide it right into the braid going right. And then I just took a little tiny section, pinching and pulling, loosening it up.
Haley wants to know, do you ever prep your bobby pins with a product?
Oh no, I've never heard of that. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I don't. But that's a great question.
That's beautiful. Everyone is loving this.
Oh, I'm so, so happy.
Perfect for their clients for the holiday season.
Yeah, so to me, it's all about effortless looks, and I love the braids. So any type of braid accent that you can use is just absolutely gorgeous to me. So here, we're just going to pin away some of her hair by twisting it like so. And I use this technique a lot where I twist and loosen up by pinching and pulling. And again, all we're doing is taking the bobby pin and sliding right into the twist.
Do you guys have any questions for Annette? This is turning out so beautiful.
Okay. And then what you can do is just perfect the curls with the curl bar. Once the style is set and you just want to see a little bit more curl. And also what I like to do is, I'll show you once I perfect the curls a little bit. So like I said, I take the curl bar and I just flat wrap from root to end and let it go. And there's a lot of ways you can actually curl with the curl bar. I just decided to do the flat wrap for this style. Okay, so now for the end, what I like to do is just kind of take the curls, comb them out a bit, and back comb them. Just to loosen it up, give it that nice flowy, beautiful curl. Do you see the difference when I do that? How it looks?
Pretty.
And then once the style is complete, I use my hairspray, kind of scrunch it up a little bit. Another really cool technique that I do is I take my finger and I just go up a little bit, just like that. It'll just kind of expand the curl a little bit and voluminize it. This is what I do right before I take a photo because you really want that curl to be popping.
Tim wants to know, do you alternate the directions of your curls at all?
What I did with this look is I did everything away from the face. So away from the face, stop, and then go again, away from the face, stop right there.
And then meet in the middle.
Yeah. Look how gorgeous, I love it.
It is so beautiful, you guys. Let's do up close and personal.
And then I love like the pinch and pull technique for the front. So all you have to do is just spray it a little bit, pinch and pull, make sure that the front looks as balanced as the back. And we're done. So this is a beautiful style that you can rock for your holiday event. And then the cool thing is that we're gonna take this same style just by a few more steps and you create an amazing distressed bun that's gonna be sitting right beautifully over here.
So stay tuned, guys. We will be creating a second look with Annette, using this as the base. Don't forget for everyone tuning in to ask questions. We're here with Annette Upstyles, artist, also local from Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago in the house. Okay, so right now on trend is like this beautiful, I don't know if you've seen it, it's, you know, blowing up all over Instagram, is just a beautiful, a distressed bun that you're gonna see nice and low with some kind of curls coming through. So the way that I'm gonna create this look is I'm going to use the loop and pin technique, and we're just gonna take sections, I don't know, about 2 inches in width, and take the section, smooth it out just a bit with your fingers, take my thumb, and loop right in the middle. So
Can
you
we
want
see that in slow-mo, guys?
Sure. So I take my fingers, I smooth out the hair just a little bit, take my thumbs up to the side, and bam, there's my loop. The way I distress the loop is I just pinch and pull it out. Do you see that? So then I take my bobby pin, I actually open it up towards the bottom, slide it right in there. And the way that this loop is gonna stay beautifully is you take it and you crisscross the bobby pin in right under it. You crisscross 2 bobby pins. So now with my Never Let Go comb, I'm taking a section with the tail end of my comb, Again, smoothing, then taking my thumb and looping it, distressing the loop just by pinching and pulling some pieces out. Taking my bobby pin, opening it up, securing it at the bottom, and making sure it's completely secure by, and you can feel the bobby pin with that thumb that you have right there, and you secure it by crisscrossing the bobby pins underneath. Do you see how it's starting to form like this bun?
Mindy wants to know how much you would typically charge a client for a look like this.
Probably around $100. Okay, so
That
again,
loop technique, everyone loves it.
so again, I'll show it again where you take your hair, you smooth it out with your hands, you take your thumb, loop it around, and you just kind of have to visualize where you want to put it. You pinch and pull so that the loops are a little bit more distressed. We don't want them to look too smooth. And you take the bobby pin, you feel where your thumb is, slide it right in where your thumb is, and you crisscross those bobby pins underneath. Like so.
It looks so pretty with their color too.
I know. So you kind of go around and visually place the loops where you feel it's going to slowly start making a bun type
So
of.
all the loops are going in the same direction?
Correct. Okay, so again, we are going to feel where the thumb is, place the bobby pin, slide it right in there, and do a second one just for that added secureness.
Lauren wants to know if this would work on someone with thinner hair and how you would attempt this a little bit differently.
Okay, so I actually just had a client that I was doing for a bridal party. She had very fine, thin hair. What I like to do is add fillers. So I love to use these little sponges. I cut them in half. Sometimes I use them as whole. And I put it underneath and then just work on top of the sponge so that it'll give you that volume that you need if your hair is a little bit thinner. And extensions, of course, work amazing as well.
For everyone just tuning into this look, you guys do not forget to comment and ask questions. Every comment is an entry to win $50 to our BTC bookstore. And today only we were offering the curl bar, and with the purchase of a curl bar.
And you guys, the curl bar is absolutely amazing. I use it all the time. And it's awesome because it is less strain on your shoulders and your wrist. Super easy to use. I'll show you again how you use it. You just kind of flat wrap the curl from root to end. Cup it, and look at that beautiful curl.
So pretty. Natalie, everyone's loving your color too.
Yes, I actually do color too, but yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take it, smooth it out nicely, and then just kind of visually figure out where we're gonna be putting it in. Excuse me, sorry.
Do you use more clip-in or tape-in extensions when you do your?
I do all clip-in extensions normally. I love tape-ins as well, but I personally just use a lot of clip-ins. Oh, I also love to use, has anyone heard of like the hairdo extensions, the halo? The halo works awesome because it's just like a little halo of a string, and you take your hair out of it, and then you have this like amazing hair. So it's clipless, it's absolutely amazing. So that I use for my bridal parties as well. So again, we're just finishing off this look. We went from day to evening. If you could put your head down for me. And we're just clipping, pinning the rest of her pieces in.
And what is the difference between opening your bobby pins and keeping them closed?
So when you're opening up your bobby pin, you are really wanting that, that bobby pin to securely hold the hair. When you are just sliding it in, you're just kind of, you're keeping it secure, but not fully, you're not compromising the piece of hair. So for example, with this, I don't need to clip this by opening it up. All I want is just to kind of create a little bit of a design there. So I just kind of slide it right in. Take this. Oh, this is a cool trick to know too. So when you have little pieces and you don't want to fully loop the piece, what you want to do is, if you're ever trying to hide something that popped out, you just take the piece of hair, you wrap it around the bobby pin and just tuck it inside so nobody knows it was there. Again, I'm looping away from the face in the same direction as I was before. Oops. There we go. And my thumb, looping the hair around my thumb, distressing the loop, sliding the bobby pin right next to my thumb.
Everyone's begging for a third updo.
Oh, really? Okay, so what are you thinking that you want to see?
Yeah,
I want
what
to
do you
hear
want
from
to
you.
see? She is the expert. What are your clients always coming in and asking for?
Okay, so now we're just gonna take this spray and just making sure that it's nice and secure. Also, holidays are all about sparkle, and I love to add a little bit of sparkle to my updos when I can. So this is one of my favorite pieces for this holiday season. This is a pink pewter crystal sparkle bobby pin. And let's see here. I'm thinking it would look super cute right there. So we're just gonna open it up, slide it right in. And we could do one or we can do two. We can layer it. Maybe we could layer right on top of it right there.
Someone said walking into a holiday party with this look would cause a mouth drop.
So look how cool. I mean, it didn't take us a long time. We went from a day look to this beautiful evening look that you can wear to your event, whether it's a gala or a holiday party. And you just kind of want to go around and make sure that it's balanced. So this piece over here, I just felt like it was a little too long. So I'm just gonna take it and hide it a little bit. Can you move that way? So again, we're gonna hide it by opening up the bobby pin, twisting the hair around, and twisting and twisting.
Let's see, you were saying half
Halo
updo, halo braids, something with shorter hair.
Ooh, halo braid sounds pretty cool. Who wants to see a halo braid? That's really cool for the season as well.
Check out this look, you guys, it's gorgeous.
Something people are saying hi, love you, pony.
Annette Up to Artist is the master.
Okay, if you want to stand up and do a little turn around.
Check it out, you guys. It's beautiful. The braided accents. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Natalie.
Thank you. Thanks,
We
Annette.
are coming in now for a third look, you guys.
Oh my gosh,
Here's
I'm so
Annette.
Here we go.
Hi, guys.
Here's BTC's Quinn.
Surprise.
So, viewer's choice, you guys. It looks like everyone has decided that we are doing a halo braid.
Halo braid? Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do, Quinn has beautiful hair. It's a little bit naughty.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking a boar bristle brush. This one is actually by Divine Boar Styler, Olivia Garden. And I'm just going around, combing it out so that it's easier for us to braid. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys, for everyone tuning in, we are about to do a halo braid with Annette Up to Artist. Say hello, Annette.
Hey, are you guys ready?
We are in the BTC studios, brand new, you guys, and this is our first ever Facebook Live here. So, comment for your chance to win the giveaway of $50 to BTC's bookstore.
Okay, so we're gonna move the model's hair, beautiful tall model here that we have, Quinn, and we're gonna start right past the ear, and we're actually gonna go all the way around this way. Okay, so we are going to do a Dutch braid. So you just start taking hair all across, bringing the hair in.
Can we do one in like a little slow-mo?
Yeah.
Don't forget to ask questions, you guys.
Yeah, enter into the awesome giveaway. Again, I'm swooping up with my pointer finger, taking this hair together, taking my section, bringing in another piece, just like so, putting it together. And we're gonna leave maybe a little piece over here at the bottom. We're gonna take the next section.
Leslie wants to know, how do you create texture volume through the crown without it looking frizzy?
That's a great question. Do you like using texture sprays? Or, I'm trying to think. I love to use texture sprays. That's like my go-to. So that's what I do.
And then also, how far back from the hairline do you like to keep the braid as you go around?
It just depends on each client.
How much hair you want to leave?
Exactly. So she has some layers here that are so fun. And let's say hair starts like popping out a little bit. You're gonna do that same technique that I did before with the bobby pin. But the dry texture spray is really awesome. Also, I really like to use the Design Me Puff Me. That's really cool, and it kind of gives it that hold, that grit as well.
What are some tips on working with fine hair?
With what kind of hair?
Fine hair?
Fine hair. I do just like a little bit of an extra curl for sure. Maybe a thinner curling iron. And like I said too, just like you want the hair to just be a little bit grittier. So I use the Design Me Puff Me hair. I just kind of mist that into the hair, or I use a texture spray. Look how beautiful this. You are just like meant to have a crown braid. You look so cute.
What's your go-to style for someone with shoulder length hair?
Like an updo style?
Yes.
I would say kind of similar to what my first style was today, with like that super cute distressed bun, maybe a little bit of a braid accent.
And you guys, if you missed it, you'll be able to watch this whole thing on the BTC Facebook afterwards. This is Annette's third look. Someone said you make it look so easy.
It's Quinn's amazing hair.
You're a pro.
Thank you for the dry shampoo. And
Oh yeah.
okay, so who loves to see like big halo braids? I sure do. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna slowly start fanning out this Dutch braid, just to give it that super awesome volume. And you just kind of go around and pinch and pull each little braid here. And you have to really be careful and feel, because like there's some shorter layers in here, so just don't go too far.
What happens if you accidentally pull out a little bit of a layer?
I'll show you. You just have to take a bobby pin and just kind of tuck it in.
So pretty. Quinn, you're a goddess.
Thanks, Haley. What are some looks in the salon you're really seeing this season?
Just like textured bobs. Oh my gosh, I love it. Like the lob, the texture curls, which would be awesome to create the curl bar that we just used today. I love that. Just of course, like the braid accents are amazing. Oh, you know what else is like really, really popular that I'm seeing is the high buns. And even like when you do like the high bun with, I don't know if anybody ever saw like the braid going around the high bun. That's really cool as well. I actually just had that. I did a bride with that look and it looked absolutely amazing. So now I will take an elastic, secure it right here. And we actually do have a little pop-up hairs. So it's awesome because I'll show you how to hide them. See how this ended here and we just kind of connect it. And what I do is I just slide the bobby pin right in. And you're gonna be doing this all around the halo braid to make sure that it's secure all around before pulling any more hair out. Okay, see how we have this little piece here? What we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this bobby pin, wrap the hair around, and tuck it in.
Nobody ever knew that was
Nobody ever knew that. It's our little secret. And everyone viewing. And then I just kind of go around, and what I like to do is I just like to slide the bobby pin going all around the hair. This way it'll be nice and secure. With our Chicago wind, sometimes it gets crazy. So we want to make sure that this Dutch halo braid is a keeper on Quinn.
And how much would you charge for this look?
Also probably around $100.
so pretty.
Doesn't she look so cute? I love it.
I thought we were going out for the game tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely
go
gonna win
Cubs.
now. Just wait, they see that halo braid and they're gonna say, oh my gosh, we are winning for sure. We cannot let Quinn down. Okay, so then I'm just gonna kind of go around, pinch and pull. I like distressed. Take our hairspray. And you know what I like to do is, see these ends right here? I like to just fan them out a little bit more. I think it looks really sharp.
Do you prefer large or small bobby pins?
I'll show you. I think they're like medium. Definitely not large. Okie dokie. Voila. Dutch braid.
Guys, this is beautiful. Your branding is nailed. Wow.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. I had so much fun. Behind the chair is the best, and it was an honor to be invited here. So thank you so much, and thank you to all who are tuning in. Follow me, Annette Updo Artist, on Instagram, and till next time.
Yeah, bye guys.